We're in Pennsylvania. I'm about 86 miles away from Dewdrop Campground in Allegheny National Forest. Enjoying my drive, especially in the last 50 miles in Pennsylvania. Much cooler here, 75 degrees only, than back in Ohio. As you can see, nature is remarkable. Very green, very dense. My heart again rejoicing. Hopefully fewer bugs because it's not too hot. And I look forward to checking in into Dewdrop Campground. It has only 2 business days, today, tonight, and tomorrow night. And I don't know if I will stay just 1 night or 2 nights. So, remains to be seen. Beautiful road, moving, curving, seeing a new vista every few seconds. That's part of the joy of traveling. On that note, about the joy of traveling, I want to continue my analysis of the supposedly historic and scenic byways. The lesson, the bottom line here is that don't trust everything which you could find online, because as they say, garbage in, garbage out. AI simply translates what it finds and presents it in a summary format, but it doesn't control for how old is the data, how reliable is data. There is no intelligence, quote unquote, which would have allowed check for credibility and veracity of that data in some way. I'm saying this because somebody has to say it. Nobody likes to give negative reviews. Nobody likes to admit that their experience doing something or traveling somewhere or going for adventure was a negative one. But this part of the trip, specifically about Ohio River Scenic Byway, was miserable. Being on it was like in some kind of apocalyptic past or future, I don't know. It's just terrible. That's all I could say. You could find out for yourself, but maybe you'll take some advice from what I'm telling you. I wanted to see good things, but I wasn't able to. Very dense forest on a very secondary road. Google just sends me all kinds of intricate ways to the campground. Very few cars on this road. Nobody passed me. I'm not passing anyone. Of course, it's divided, double line separating the directions. But still, looks like it's been raining here recently. Driving on the road like this is a dream for someone into ownership of sports cars, except you cannot exercise the sports car the way it's meant to be on public roads, because you're going to get very quickly into trouble one way or another. I used to own a Porsche, and I tried a few times driving like it meant to be. I scared myself. I almost hit a deer, and somehow it killed my excitement about sports car driving, and then I started to feel like a stupid idiot who is driving a very expensive car in the traffic, which is, just poking around. It's not a peak foliage yet here in Pennsylvania, but it's beautiful already. It's still fresh green and some of red, some brown. This is how forest in this area, where it turns in foliage time. Beautiful. I must say that Google Drive directed me, or directing is still me, to my campground in truly scenic fashion. Yes, we had to go through some highways and through difficult traffic in Pittsburgh, But once we got through major cities area, it directs me on smallest roads, multiple turns, so it's never boring. Every few miles I'm changing direction, and apparently this is the shortest drive, but it's also the most scenic drive. That's what I appreciate. I appreciate this. I appreciate the opportunity to see these roads while I never in my mind would have found them online as the scenic roads. Is it a coincidence? Maybe that's a karmic payback for unpleasant time on a high river scenic byway. Quiet, very few cars along the river. Just wild forest, very few houses. Once in a while, a little settlement. Yeah, good things happen in life. I'm enjoying the driving again, and I'm in a good mood. And I only have 29 miles to go to my campground, and I'll report to you from the campground. We are approaching campground, only a mile and a half to go. The road and this light is just glowing.
I'm walking on a little sidewalk along Allegheny Reservoir. The level of water is pretty low, but it is beautiful on this path. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, threatening to rain. Few droplets already came down. I'm going to this little overlook to see a little bit better the reservoir. See, everything is kind of in disrepair. Cannot get to the Overlook. Oh well. So many different disappointments. Look at the foliage time. The wind came up. This is true foliage. They're falling. Oh, how nice. Look at this. What a pattern of colors. It's just when light is shining in a particular way, this is a very soft light after the cloud cleared a little bit, after a little drizzle, rain, and everything is just bright and cheerful. An overlook number 1 to Kunza Dam, behind which is Allegheny Reservoir. The rain just passed and everything is brighter again. Wow, what a day. Outlook number 2 to Allegheny Reservoir. Very similar but longer view, longer perspective of the river flowing down. Good morning. This is a rainy night before and rainy morning now in Pennsylvania. I've been driving about half an hour this morning. Whole night was just pouring rain. I'm passing through a town, which is nice and tidy town, very put together. So the destination is Leonard Harrison State Park, which is known for the supposedly famous Canyon of Pennsylvania view from the bluff on the river and the canyon river created. Apparently very exciting spectacle. I've been exciting you by all these different opportunities to see remarkable things, so I want to be cautious because, you know, so far many of my plans on this trip turn out to be not what I expected, or I assume anybody's expected. We're heading northeast
towards Green Mountain National Forest, where I hope to stay in the campground called Hobgood Pond near Peru, Vermont. Hopefully it's not raining there, but it's been an exciting day. I didn't get to walk, but I did half of my exercise routine, and the rain just started in earnest. I had to scramble to put everything quickly away, and pretty much spend the rest of the evening in the van. I watched some downloaded movie and slept well, though rain woke me up a number of times, because when it's bumping on the roof, it's so loud that even if you're very sleepy, it wakes you up. Well, it's exciting. It's part of camping, and I've got to experience it all. Well, I'm set to report that the entire state of Pennsylvania, including Vermont, is covered by the rain blanket forecast for today. In the morning, I was hopeful that the rain and clouds and fog will clear up in a couple of hours. So my viewing of the Canyon of Pennsylvania will actually happen. Well, I concluded that it would be just a waste of miles traveling in the rain to that Overlook place in Harrison State Park. And I'm heading back to highways towards Albany, New York, where I'm going to make a shopping stop at Whole Foods to get some provisions for the family reunion in New Hampshire. Well, update. I am in New York, traveling towards Albany. The whole plan has changed because it's going to rain in the next 3 to 4 days. I'm going to change my plans in terms of camping, and I'm going to head directly to the cottage of my brother-in-law in New Hampshire. Stay with him. I will be within striking distance to cover all the routes, scenic drives I envisioned on my original trip, but just not to deal with hassles of camping in the rain and hiking in the rain and not having the flexibility. This is what happens. Weather is part of life, and you need to adapt, adjust, especially if you have an opportunity, which I do. Well, after long hours on the roads of New York, I'm happy to be in Vermont. The road right away is better. We are on Route 11, a parallel route to Route 100 in Vermont, which I was planning to drive on, but since I need to get to New Hampshire sooner, I'm not going to be doing this. Passing through a small town in Vermont. Interesting architecture. Just past church, finally get rid of that truck. We pulled off. A little more of this nature, the lake on the right of us. The forest obscures it, just a little glimpse. But that curving road with opening views of trees continuously is just magical. Look at the lake on the right. This is an interesting hour. It's kind of moving towards dusk because we have fully cloudy sky and we're deep in the forest canopy. The road is completely covered from the sky almost. But this is just a marvel of kind of traveling through time like this and space. Traveling through space through the corridor like that. Empty road. Nobody but you. That's a gift. I'm smiling. Because it's just impossible not to smile. I like it so much. This is what it's like to drive in the mist on an empty, mountainous road in northern New Hampshire in second part of September. The foliage is blanketed into fog. The light is diminishing. And we're going through all of that to our destination. There's a mystery. There is a potential danger lurking behind each corner. I'm fully in attention. What's going on the road? Visibility is starting to get compromised. This is gnarly. Okay, we'll start paying attention to the road much more. Well, we're out of the fog. We were climbing into the cloud. This is what's going on. And it was very milky, very difficult to drive. I had to slow down significantly. Now we're going down, and as you see, it's cleared up and the colors are bright and vibrant again. But you can see that the yellow line is highlighted by my headlights. This is how dark it is. It's interesting that Google sent me this way. I haven't seen a car in the last half hour on this road. It's Tuesday, not a weekend, so it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. People should be going and froing, coming home somewhere, but this road is empty. In a way, that's what makes it exciting. It's interesting when you're descending at some point when battery is almost full, the engine brakes by just shifting to higher RPMs gear, and that gives you much more controlled descent, and you apply brakes less. As a result, especially in the wet weather, you don't compromise traction or steering. So I love this about Toyota and engines. It does handle very well. I mean, it's not a sports car, but the ride is soft, predictable, controlled. I love it. And on a road like this, I don't feel compromised. I don't feel too much lean. I have adequate power. Uphill sometimes you have a good droning sound from the engine, but it does the job. Though I'm tired after this whole day of driving, and I'd like to have my eyes relaxed and not be just staring intently, scanning and analyzing every single inch of the road and every second. We're about to dive into complete darkness. You can still see them glowing. Wow. And also last few miles before I'm at destination. This is exciting. I'm afraid this year the foliage is actually peak right now, and I'm glad that I curtailed my trip coming here, because that will allow me be with my brother-in-law at destination where I could reach all the points of interest in New Hampshire I was interested in. Ultimately, everything works out for the better. And I believe that living with that type of attitude in life is very helpful. This is what allows us to continue believing, continue persisting, continue looking forward to the next day. Okay, I would say good night here. See you tomorrow in New Hampshire.